I'm sorry, I can't be with you this evening. I am suffering from moral turpitude. Which is odd, because I feel quite well, and I have never drunk turpentine in my life. Do you have anything to declare, sir? The customs official popped up to ask me as I arrived in this country. Nothing but my genitals and my genius. I dutifully said, well, I thought it was going to be a bon voyage. I had certainly dressed for the occasion, though I had made one concession to your Ivy League conventions. I had removed my nail varnish. Maybe it was the top hat that caused the problem. They took me aside, and there was good news, and there was bad news, and you know this bit. The good news was they had read my book. The bad news was
they read the book.
They read the book. Raise your right hand. Do you swear on the Bible to tell the truth? To tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Horsley. Well, I've been kissed more often than a copy of the court Bible. So yes, I suppose. Page 2. You have been determined to be inadmissible under section 212A, 2A11A, 212A, 2A11 of the Immigration and Nationality Act, as amended, in that you are an alien who has been convicted of, or who admits having committed, or who admits committing acts which constitute the essential elements of a crime involving moral turpitude. You will be refused admission to the United States under the visa waiver program, and you will be returned to your country. Do you understand? Yes. Well, that explains a lot. I had always suspected that I might be an alien, but it was reassuring to have it confirmed in writing. Have you ever used or been involved with illicit substances? Yes. Brown rice. Oh, I see. You mean heroin and crack. Yes. I'm proud of it. If I had to live my life again, I would take the same drugs, only sooner and more often. Have you ever, Horsley, solicited prostitution? Yes. Mary Magdalene set a saintly precedent. Who's Mary Magdalene? And why are you wearing that hat? Well, there we are. I suppose it was a relief. They seem to have missed out the more scandalous charges against me. I mean, I was being accused only of racism, misogyny, homophilia, homosexuality, sodomy, drug addiction, whoremongering, pimping, perversion, and prostitution. I was quickly dispatched from this country on the next British Airways flight. And then I came back again. It seems you can't travel BA in a top hat. Prison was the next option. Well, at least the food was better there.
A nice black boy like you won't last 2 minutes in a cell full of Hispanics and blacks, snarled the police.
They seem fairly healthy racists themselves. Prison, buggery, porridge, and Class A drugs. Is there a 3-year waiting list, I wondered? Anyway, Robert is here tonight as my representative on Earth.
Woo!
Here,
Robert!
Here is what I was intending to say to you in person. Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Sebastian. I know that you all want to fuck me. But you'll have to wait 5 minutes until I finish this speech. know what you're thinking. Never transmit a sexual disease in public. Now, I'm sure that you're all worried about getting AIDS. But don't worry. I'm far too well dressed to get that. And even if I did, so what? Why all the whining? I mean, you live for weeks. Anyway, here I am in the USA, and my God, what is happening to this country? A woman, a black, and now Sebastian Horsley. How's this speech going? Is there anyone who I have not offended so far? Then I must beg your pardon. I've come to conquer America, but I know it's not enough to conquer. One must also know how to seduce. You know, strangers are just people you haven't fucked yet. Enemies are just people you failed to charm. Right, now, we've got to do the I thank you part of the speech. I'd like to thank absolutely no one. Thank you. Actually, there is one person in the room who I want to thank. She would have been responsible for me being here. Her name is Carrie Gunn. When we first met, money changed hands. Probably a dime.
Player.
Yeah. But now she is like a sister to me. Only we don't have sex quite so often. Carrie Gunn. Melancholic. Solitary. Discerning. Shy. Witty. Sharp. She will blush if she reads this in company. Come on, look at her.
Oh, red is
Thank you, my darling. You have given me the opportunity of offering myself gift wrapped to the world, or at least shrink wrapped. And thank you for making me edible. Americans will eat garbage provided you sprinkle it liberally with ketchup. I asked Carrie what would happen if we sold all the copies of my book she had printed. She said, "I'll just print another 10. God knows how dandy the underworld will go down here. Reading it in translation is like fucking through a blanket. Two countries divided by a common language, they say. Was it wild or sure? Well, I'm not wild about sure, and I'm not sure about wild. But you have got to admit that they had a point. Ah, who well cares? Popularity is the one insult I have never suffered. A year ago, I was unknown throughout England. In a year, I shall be unknown throughout America. And wonder what will happen next. You know, I asked Carrie. She had a few plans. I'm going to bring it down in braille, so blind people can hate you too. I'd like to thank my editor, the great Matthew Hamilton. Woo! Yeah. Patrick Wall, she's over there. For being my double agent. Giving a book to him is like turning your daughter over to a pimp. Fun. I'd like to thank my publicists, Seal and Brie. Seal and Brie, kinky names, aren't they? I'd like to thank Babette. Roberto. Ivan. Hugo Guinness. Carla, Paul and Catherine for being my foul weather friends and for being here tonight. We're here tonight, Sebastian. And last of all, bringing up an extremely impressive rear, I would like to thank Rachel Toon, Dippy, Daffy, Flaky Scatty, Head of Feathers, Heart of Mush. There is no other woman on the planet like her. If she were typical, it would be the end of civilization. No bad thinking. Oh, and I suppose I ought to thank you, the reader. But I don't suppose it matters that much. I only write to get my knob sucked.